Welcome again to the old principle. Sometimes I feel really old, 老校长. But I love to share stories, and today we're going to look at some of my own personal experience. The lesson number is number 296, First Impressions. 透一些影响, okay? First Impressions. This, of course, is about us going overseas. 我们到国外去工作. So, we will let you listen to the story, and then after the story, we'll look at it sentence by sentence. So, here we go.
Story 296, First Impressions. We left America on October 6, 1970. In those days, there weren't any direct flights to the Orient. Therefore, we experienced a several-hour stopover in Hawaii. We never left the airport, and that was a disappointment to me because I had never been to Hawaii before. But I suppose it was good because the baby was very tired and cranky. All the traveling during those past few weeks with doting relatives and strange surroundings had upset him. We were tired, too. While waiting for the next flight, Baby John filled his pants with brown gold. The stink was so strong that we had to do something quick. However, there was nowhere to go and no bathroom close by. We were extremely embarrassed. After scouting around a bit, I located a corner underneath some stairs. We set all of our things down and wearily cleaned the baby up. And of course, we stunk up that part of the airport in the process. Oof, oof. Upon arrival in Japan, we discovered that our continuing flight had been changed. The airline took us to a Japanese hotel where we rested and slept for a few hours. We were grateful for the rest. When we arrived in Taipei, the hot, muggy October weather stunned us. We were from the cool northwestern part of America. It was so hot, I wondered how anyone could live. But as I looked around, all the local people seemed to be doing very well. Nobody seemed to be suffering. After a couple of days, my boss took us down island to visit Taichung, the city where we would be living. In the course of the day, we had lunch at a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. It shocked us to see the chickens and dogs walking in and out just as the people did. We were waking up to the fact that this was an entirely different culture than our culture back home.
Welcome back. Here we go. We left America on October 6, 1970. So we're leaving America and we're going overseas, 要到国外去工作. 1970. Where were you in 1970? We were, you can figure out how old I am. So here you go. This is your math test for the day. In 1970, we were 27 years old in 1970. So how old are we today? You can figure that out yourself. Here is the story. In those days, welcome back by the way, in those days, there weren't any direct flights to the Orient. Direct flights, 直达航班. Okay, so there were no direct flights to the Orient, Orient being 亚洲地区. Therefore, we experienced, so 经历, or we had to have a several hour stopover in Hawaii. So, what is a 停留? 在夏威夷. How long? Several hours. Why would you want to do that? Well, because the airplanes had to gas up. 他们要加油, get ready for the next step of the journey. By the way, that was the first and the last time we did that. We never again stopped in Hawaii. We went always directly from America to Japan, 日本, or 韩国. Never again went directly, to Hawaii and then going on to the Orient. So, with that, no direct flights. Therefore, we had a several hour layover going on. We never left the airport, and that was a disappointment to me because I had never been to Hawaii before. Now, my wife had. My wife had been to Hawaii, and Hawaii is one of the 50 states. 美国有50州, and Hawaii is 其中之一. But I'd never been there. I didn't know anything about Hawaii. And I would have loved to go out and see, well, what is Hawaii like? 我知道是一个海岛, but that's about all I knew. We never left the airport, and that was a disappointment. 是个失望, because I had never been to Hawaii. 我从来没去过. So I just was a bit disappointed. Going on. But I suppose it was good because the baby was very tired and cranky. Okay, so if he's very tired, 他很累. Now, how old is the baby? Well, the baby is 1 year old. In fact, when we arrived in Taiwan, he had his first birthday in just a couple days after arriving to Taiwan. So he was 1 year old. The baby was very tired, 很累, and cranky. Have you ever been cranky? Cranky is an interesting word. Cranky simply means 是一种有脾气的, 有一点发脾气的. So if a person is cranky, he is not a kind of person that you'd be around. I wonder where cranky comes from. Well, once upon a time, many years ago, cars didn't have electric motors to start them. 他们没有电动的马达这个发动这个汽车了. So you had to go out and you had to crank. And cranky means 有脾气. I mean, it became to mean 有脾气. In other words, sometimes you go crank, 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 and the car just didn't start. Okay, so it got the meaning. 慢慢的就成为一种含义，就是说有脾气的， If it wants to cooperate with you, it will. If it doesn't want to cooperate, it won't. Going on. All the traveling during the past few weeks with a doting relative. What is a doting relative? A doting relative is a 会宠爱的亲戚. Because this was their grandson, okay? And so they said, oh, wow. And so they enjoyed being with this little baby. And so you had all these doting relatives and strange surroundings, 奇怪的周围, the surroundings, everything around them, everything was strange, and it upset him. Have you ever been upset? Yeah, 弄得他不安. And I'm sure that you have been upset too. Well, our baby was upset. Going on. We were tired too, of course. 有时差, so we were tired, and the baby was tired, and this was not a happy time. While waiting for the next flight, 当我们等着下一班航班呢, Baby John filled his pants with brown gold. Now, when I say brown gold, it doesn't mean anything. It's just 术语, 美国术语, gold is 黄金, brown is 棕色, okay? So 棕色黄金 doesn't make sense, right? Brown gold means 他把他的尿片弄脏了，有大便. Now, he filled his pants. Pants meaning 尿片. Now, going on. The stink. 这个臭味. The stink was something very bad. It was awful. 很臭, 很臭. It was so strong that we had to do something quick. 这个太大了，太影响这个隔壁的人，所以我们必须怎么样呢？想办法处理 do something quick. However, there was nowhere to go and no bathroom. 没有洗手间. What are we going to do? Nowadays, airports, they have special places just for mothers and fathers to change diapers. 换这个尿片的地方. But in those days, no, it wasn't there. And so we had to find something. No bathroom close by. I'm sure there was one, but I don't know where it was. Anyway, we were extremely embarrassed. Of course we were embarrassed. Why were we embarrassed? Because there was this smell, and everybody could smell it. So after a while, after scouting around, okay, what does it mean to scouting around? 我去找. You could just say after looking around. Same meaning. Looking around, scouting around a bit, 有一点点去找. I located a corner underneath some stairs. 我找到 located 找到 a corner underneath some stairs. 在楼梯下面的一个角落。Okay, it was kind of out of the way. 有一点偏了一点点。Of course, there were lots of people going, but at least we had a little privacy. We weren't right out in the open. We were underneath the stairs, 楼梯下面的一个角落。Going on. We set our things down. Of course, remember, we have lots of things. 手提行李, we have all these things, and we set them down, 放下来, and wearily, when you wearily cleaned the baby up, 这个 we were weary, 很疲倦的, very tired, wearily cleaned up, 把他的这个弄干净的, cleaned him up. And, of course, we stunk up that part of the airport in the process. 把飞机场这个机场内块内带的弄得好臭啊，弄得非常臭啊。Totally embarrassing. We were embarrassed. We just didn't. What could we do? I mean, you couldn't get back on the airplane. Fortunately, 幸亏啊, it was not on the airplane. That would have been even worse. But in the big airport, still, it was very smelly. 这个臭味好浓啊。We in the process 过程中啊，就把这个臭味这个分散到一个很长的一个地方。Of course, we stunk up to stink, 就是臭味。That part of the airport in the process going on. Upon our arrival in Japan, we discovered that our continuing flight had been changed. Oh man, we're already tired. This is the first time that we had what? 时差. So we were tired. And then we came to Japan and discovered that 联运航班呢改了. So what can we do? Going on. The airline took us to a Japanese hotel. Thankfully, fortunately, the airline, 这个航空公司 took us to a hotel, and we rested for a few hours. We rested, actually, if I remember, about 6 hours. Not too long, but hey, it was better. We were grateful for the rest. 有一点点时间休息，很感激。Grateful, 很感激。Going on. When we arrived in Taipei, the hot and muggy weather stunned us. When we arrived in Taipei, the hot, muggy weather. 炎热又潮湿. Sometimes muggy even means 很闷, but it's a 潮湿, 闷. Stunned us. 使我们很吃惊啊. Wow. It is 震惊啊. Wow. And we were from the cool Northwest. 美国西北啊, 是很凉爽的凉爽的一个地方啊。And then to go to hot Orient, this was hard to take. 很难受。Going on, it was so hot, I wondered how anyone could live. 我就想一想，人家怎么能够活下去？任何一个人怎么能够活下去？ But as I looked around, and I looked at all the local people, they seemed to be doing very well, thank you. 他们一点都看起来好像他们都很容易接受这么热的。So, wow, they were doing very well. 过得很好。So, whoa, that's one thing that's going to have to change. I'm going to have to get used to it. 我要想办法适应this kind of weather. Going on. Nobody seemed to be suffering. 没有人是痛苦。It was just normal. This is just normal. This is the way life was going on. After a couple days, my boss took us down island to Taichung, the city where we would be living. 过了几天呢，我的老板 my boss, took us down island. Now, when you see the word down island, that means we are going to drive south. Okay? So, if you say down, it's south. And if you say they're going to take us up island, would be north, right? So we're north and south. Sometimes down means to 下山 or up means to 上山. But in this case, it's down island simply means 往这个台湾岛的这个南部去. Actually, we were going to go to the city that we would be living in. 我们将来过几天呢 actually, we will be living in this city. What city? Taichung. Okay, Taichung, Taiwan. So he took us there. Going on. In the course of the day, 当天呢，这个当天的时候 in the course of the day, 当天的时候 we had lunch in a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Have you ever been in the hole-in-the-wall? Okay. We have this saying, I have no idea where it came from, but 墙壁有洞，那有一个餐馆在这个洞里面。Of course, it doesn't make any sense. So sometimes 美国习惯用语，这个表面上 no sense，根本没意思了。What is this? It is a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. 一个小小的餐馆呢。Go ahead. It shocked us, okay, to see chickens and dogs walking in and out, just like the people. Okay, here's another stunner. This is another shocker. 是我们大吃惊的，震惊的。Chickens, 鸡 and dogs, 狗像人来来去去 Okay, 来来去去 Whoa! We never seen that. We never seen that. Nowadays, I'm sure you won't see it nowadays, but this is more than 40 years ago. So times were different then. This is a long time ago. Okay? We were waking up to the fact that this was an entirely different culture. Okay, entirely 完全不同的文化 entirely 整个不同完全不同 entirely different. We often use that entirely different culture than our culture back home. 跟我们在家里的文化完全不一样。It says here, we were waking up. 当然，表面上 waking up means 醒过来。But sometimes waking up has the idea 开始理解，开始了解 means we are waking up. Okay, we were waking up to the fact. 了解这个事实 what? That this was an entirely different culture. But again, I will say, this is 40 years ago. I doubt, in fact, I'm almost sure that it would be impossible to find a restaurant like that today. But back then, yep. And so it was a shocker, it was a stunner. It caused us to think, okay, this is different. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Glad that you could join us. You can write an email to us. 我们电邮地址是 theoldprinciple@gmail.com。我们也有一个 website， 我们的网站是 www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, it's been great spending this time with me, and I hope that you will join us next time.